You have to give yourself the permission to live in the moment as your best self. Welcome back to my channel. So, it's a lot to talk about right now. I literally just got back from the gym and it's almost 3:30. I didn't think I'd be getting back this late, but there was literally so much traffic coming back home. I didn't have time to do my makeup. I didn't have time to fix my edges, but you see how I'm still showing up. You see how I'm still here. Because I told myself, I said, these next 30 days, I am going to post every single day. I'm going to take full advantage of what is going on right now with YouTube. And I'm going to post every single day. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to give my best. I'm going to give all the value that I can, that I know that's going to help you guys. And that's just going to be that. That's what's going to happen. So I'm here. I'm showing up and I'm trying to beat the sun because the sun definitely goes down around like 4:30. So in about an hour, but we're here. We're here. I'm showing up for me and I'm showing up for you. So I'm going to need you to do the same this year. You should be on the right track to being where you want to be. And we're going to go over how to do that some more in video number 2, day 2. Day 2. So, to be your best self, right? Your best self is a type of person. They do certain things. Their thought patterns align with the actions that they do. These actions align with their goals. 333. You need to know what your inputs are. You need to know exactly what your actions are that are going to align with your goal, who you want to be, and how you can help other people based on your experience. What are your inputs? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are your new habits going to be? But they're only going to stick if they're truly going to resolve your past experiences. If they're really meaningful to you. You can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna start going to the gym. I want to go to the gym for a long time. For a long time. I really, really wanted to go. But I could never get myself to actually walk into the gym. Ever. The reason why that actually started going was because I continued to beat into my head that I am not going to know everything when I go in there. I'm not going to have the right form off rip. I'm not going to do all the sets I need to do off rip. I'm not going to have an ideal routine when I first go in. But every single day, I'm going to get better just a little bit. And that's all I need. That's all you need. And when I allowed myself, when I continued to beat into my head the belief that some progress is better than none, once I understood that I want the gym to be a part of my life, a part of me, a part of creating the person that I want to be, I looked at the gym completely different. It was, you have no choice but to go. You have to go. There is no choice. You have to go. Because this is you. You are creating yourself in that gym. And if you don't go, you will never be your best self. You will never be the version of yourself that you've always wanted to see if you don't go in that gym. You see how different that is from just being like, I gotta go to the gym because I want to lose 10 pounds so I can look good in my bathing suit this summer. Like, that's cool. And you're probably gonna, keep mustering up the courage to go, like, all right, let me go, because I can't be having these rolls flapping. I can't be having these flat ass cheeks. Like that's a cool motivation, but when you look at things as a part of you, like this is you. This new thing you're doing now needs to become a part of you. This is who you need to be. This new habit is you. This is the real you. The other things that you've been choosing to do, that's not the real you. But this new habit, what you're trying to do, what you've been trying to do, what you've been wanting to do, but have been too scared to do, that's the real you. This is what you truly do want to do. When you look at it like that, and when you change your perception on the habits that you are trying to create for yourself, the new things that you want to get into, when you know that this new project is a part of you, is literally creating this new version of yourself, you look at it completely different. And now you're looking at it as this is a requirement of me. This is just as important as me paying my bills and going to work. If I want to be my best self, I have to do this. I have to do this. This has to happen. I have to make this happen. I have to do this. I have to complete this. This needs to get done. That's how you're going to start looking at things. Instead of looking at your dreams, the things you actually want to do, as a hassle because it's so uncomfortable. I always think too much, plan too much, and there wouldn't be enough doing. And me telling y'all this is talking to myself. Me telling you this is me talking to myself because it gets to a point where it's like, okay, stop. You haven't done anything. What have you done exactly? What have you done? Because that is where the learning is going to come in. From experience. From experience. Your experiences are literally everything. And we have never been taught how to use them. Ever. We've never been taught to actively think. You think you're thinking. Just because you have certain thoughts doesn't mean you know how to think. It doesn't mean you know how to catch yourself in a subconscious behavior. It doesn't mean you know how to, in the moment, reframe your way of thinking. That's thinking. To reframe your thought patterns, to change your perspective, to create an outcome that you actually want. To watch yourself going from, dang, I'm operating from limiting beliefs right now. The fear that I'm allowing to overcome because of my self doubt. I'm allowing myself to not make this happen right now. I am allowing myself to not make this happen right now. And in turn, I am choosing to stay exactly where I am right now. You need to be able to do that. You need to be able to do that. And it's hard because that's taking the utmost accountability because you're being completely self-aware. You were being completely self-aware and you were actively doing something about it when you were catching yourself in those moments. But you can never catch it if you don't know what's happening. If you don't know that it's a problem, if you do not know that it's there, you have to know that the problem is there in order to be able to fix the problem. That's why I'm emphasizing for you guys to analyze your experiences so much and to figure out what it is that you really want. That's the only way that you're going to figure out exactly what you need to do in 2025, what you need to post on YouTube so that you can start getting your value out there, so that you can start helping other people and creating a career out of it. And it doesn't just have to be YouTube. YouTube, use YouTube to be able to build your audience and to be able to find your audience and connect with your audience so that they know who you are. Find your people. Find your people that you're meant to help and relate to and create that community. That is what YouTube can do for you. That's what you can allow it to do for you. But you have to be your best self first. You have to figure out. You don't have to be perfect. You can't help other people if you don't know how to help yourself. And in order to help yourself, you need your inputs. You need the actions that you need to do on a daily basis, consistently every single day. You need to know exactly what it is you need to do, because if you don't know your inputs, you will never know. You will never get the output. You will never get success. You will never get what you really want because you don't know what you're doing to get it. You need to know what it is that you need to do consistently on a daily basis. Your inputs. What are your inputs? So that's what I want you guys to focus on today. What are your inputs? What exactly are you going to do today? And why? Why are you doing it? Even if you don't know the full why just yet, start asking yourself why after everything. Everything that you want to do. Make a list of everything that you want to do and ask yourself, why do I really want to do this thing? Why do I really want to do this thing? And do I see this thing truly as a part of my journey to be my best self? Can I see the best version of me doing this? And if so, why? Why? And ask yourself the things that you're doing now that you don't see your best self doing. Why don't I see myself doing this? Why do I want to stop doing this? Why do I want to change this about myself? How is it going to affect the output, the success, my goals, me achieving my goals? How is this going to prevent me from doing so? Looking at the things that are going to prohibit you and stand in your way of becoming who you want to become is just as important as knowing the things that you need to do. But the things that you need to do are more important because those things need to get done. It has to get done. The video has to get posted. It doesn't matter. I understand, and I'm talking to myself right now. I understand you propped the camera up. I understand you tried to talk and it didn't come out right. I understand that the lighting sucks. I understand that you're insecure about the microphone. I'm insecure about this microphone because I feel like it's definitely not the best. But guess what? What I'm saying to y'all is the most important part of the video. What I'm saying, it's about how I'm helping you. That's what's most important. Am I gonna come on here with no makeup and my hair, coming fresh from the gym all the time? No, no. But I'm going to show up, and I'm tired of over analyzing your perception of me, how I'm going to come across. Because when I watch people, they don't have to be perfect. I listen to what they're saying. I listen to the value that they're providing, that they're sharing. That's I try to look at the person. I relate to the person that I'm watching. And I can feel the energy of the person that I'm watching. So I I need to allow myself, and you need to do this too. Again, me talking to you is literally talking to myself. Allow yourself allow yourself to be accepted. Allow yourself to be accepted, and that you don't have to put on such a big thing in order to be in front of people. in order to be yourself. I'm so tired of doing that, which is why I feel like this all really is happening for a reason. Because, but literally pulling up to my house, I was like, bro, like, I don't got my makeup on. It's 3 o'clock. Like, my hair, I got done from the gym. Like, literally just got done from the gym. Like, I'm pulling in. I'm like, I don't have time. By the time I'm done doing my makeup and stuff, it's going to be 5 o'clock and the sun's going to go down. I'm not going to be able to post today. And then I literally looked at the microwave and it said 111. I don't even know how, I guess. I don't even know how, but I literally looked to the left. The microwave said 111. And I was like, I said, my next actions are going to be completely on me. It depends on the type of experience I want to create. And what I really wanted to create was to provide value and to show up for myself and for you. That's what I wanted. So that's what I did. I said, I don't care. It's not in my head. It's not perfectly, you know, it's not perfect. Like me coming on here with no makeup and all this stuff not being perfectly perfect. Like visually, you know, professional and structured the way I wanted to. Like, let it go. I have to let it go. So I'm telling you, you need to let it go because it needs to get done. It needs to get done. This video needs to get posted. The value needs to get put out. And I told myself I was going to do it. And I'm doing it. Regardless, I'm doing it. And that's how I want you to feel too towards the things that you're going to start doing in 2025 and start posting on YouTube and start spreading your value and start growing. Start growing. It feels so uncomfortable. It, trust me, I know. It feels so uncomfortable. But that is part of the process. It is all a part of the process. It is a process. That's why it's a process. You cannot control the process. And I kept thinking that I could control the process. You cannot. You literally cannot. You're going to become who you're going to become if you show up every day. Show up. Please show up. But you need to know how. You need to know how you got to show up. Not all the time, but when you're showing up with the goal of meeting the requirements in order to reach your goal. Not only do you have to show up, we have to show up with the right requirements to fulfill the requirements needed to meet the goal. So everything isn't going to be perfect, but you need to make sure that you are hitting key things that you need to hit. The way you're coming across, being you, giving actionable advice, giving actual value, right? So I'm coming on here and I'm providing value. I'm being authentically myself. I'm being vulnerable. And I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from experience and relatability because I know that there's some people out there. There's people out here who have felt the exact same way as me and who have gone through the same thing as me. Want to change your habits, want to lose weight, want to do so much and be your best, the best version of yourself, and to make everything that you know you can do happen. But you just keep choosing not to make it happen. And you keep going about life worrying about money and thinking that once you attain things, once you get things, that that's when the change is going to happen. And that is so backwards. It's so backwards. And that is what's kept me so stuck for so long because I didn't understand how much power that I had in my decisions and the way that I was thinking. I catch on fast. and I can adjust to any situation. I'm very flexible, I'm very open, and I'm very understanding, and I'm very persistent. But all of that, I can't use those amazing qualities for myself if I don't see how valuable and powerful that I am. If I feel like I don't have the options to do certain things, or if I feel like I'm limited in the moment when I'm not, that's what it's going to be. I'm going to be limited. I'm going to feel like I have to wait for this one thing to come in the mail that's going to make me appear so much more professional and appear as this big authority instead of seeing myself as enough. Seeing myself as enough and me presenting myself the way I need to present myself to you, authentically and honestly to you. Me not seeing that as enough was the problem. But I didn't see that as a problem. I thought everything was about, when I think about looks and, you know, having all this credibility outside of myself, having other people tell me, oh, you're this, you're that, like stuff to validate me outside of myself, the equipment outside of myself, comments, other people's opinions outside of myself, having anything outside of myself to make me feel more confident. I felt like I needed that before I could even open my mouth to share what it is I've been sharing with you guys. And that is so backwards. It's so backwards. And I don't want you to keep doing the same thing. I don't. I really don't. Because it's so painful. It's so painful to want your dreams so bad, to want better for yourself so bad, but to not start, to not do it, to not just go out and just do it, but to not actually start making it happen is so painful. And to keep watching people literally changing their life. And you're like, I can change my life. I can do it. I know that I can do it. I know that I don't have to be living like this. I know that I don't have to be working at this job. Like, I know that I don't have to feel like this. So why do I keep feeling like this? Why do I keep putting myself in situations where I'm feeling like this? It's so painful. It's so painful. And it's so frustrating to not really know what it is that you're really doing. But to know what it is that you want to do, but to not really know, but also to be too scared and to not fully believe in yourself, but you believe in your dream a lot. It's very like confusing, but they cannot coexist. You cannot believe in your dream like this, but you don't believe in yourself enough. It don't work. It don't work. It don't work. You need to take every beautiful moment that you have and see yourself for who you want to be, what you want to do. And you take that moment and you use it. You take full advantage of the present moment that you have right now. And you make the most of it by doing, by acting, doing those inputs that you know that are a part of you, a part of your journey, part of creating who it is that you really want to be. Just do it. Do it in the moment. Do it now. Do it now. Even if it's not You don't have to know everything about yourself right now because you're not. It took me a while. It took me a while to really sit down and acknowledge a lot of the things that I wanted to do, and that was the fears I had, the doubts I had, the the desires that I wanted, and knowing where they stemmed from. But when I realized some of the feelings that I've had for a while, that's when I was like, this came from somewhere. This came from somewhere. Something happened, and I've been feeling this way ever since. I've been feeling this way ever since. This feeling is nothing new to me. Why? Why is this feeling so familiar? This horrible feeling. It's so familiar. I'm sick of it. I don't deserve this. That should be, I want everybody to realize that about themselves. Because you don't deserve that. You deserve to feel like your best self. You're not going to feel like your best self at all times because that's life. Ebbs and flows, good waves, bad waves, good days, bad days. We all have our days and we all have those times. So you're not going to feel like your best self at all times. And that's okay. That's okay. But for the most part, you deserve to feel like your best self. And you can. But you have to give yourself that permission to have that perception. You have to give yourself the permission to live in the moment as your best self. Give yourself the permission to do that. And it's only going to seem cringy because you don't see it as you yet. You don't really believe that this is you yet. You may really know, like, this is me, this is what I want to do. But in the moment when you're doing, it's like, it's going to feel off. And that's okay. That's okay. Coming from someone who has started a lot of things and, you know, has become a lot more comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like today, like I was this close to not picking up my tripod. I was this close. I literally started filming, propping up my phone on my water bottle because I was so shy and I was so scared to pull out my tripod. But what really made me want to pull it out was this guy was doing, I don't know what it's called, but this guy had his tripod out. And I said, look at that. I'm over here doing this exercise and I want to film myself. And this guy pulled out his tripod. Ain't nobody paying him no mind. I said, child, let me go in the locker room and get my tripod because there's no excuse. There's no excuse. And I was this close to really not pulling it out. Pause. I was really this close to not using my tripod and not filming myself. I was this close. I was this close to really not using it at all today. But I seen him and I was like, there's no excuse. Go back over there. Go back in the locker room. Bring out the tripod. Stop playing. It's okay. It's okay. You acting on being your best self, who's gonna do anything to you because you're trying to be better? Someone's gonna hurt you because you want to be a better version of yourself? Let it go. Let the fear go. Let the thoughts go because I swear it's just your old operations, your current paradigm screaming for help, trying to protect yourself, trying to protect you because it thinks that you're in danger because you're disrupting the normal program. Become addicted. You become addicted to being comfortable and using your emotions as guidelines for what you do next. It's backwards. Because it's supposed to be forget your feelings, follow the plan. What is the plan? Follow the plan. What are your inputs? Get them done. Don't matter how you feel. Because it don't. Because how you feel right now doesn't align with how you need to feel when you're doing these things. You're feeling doubt. You can't be doubtful when you're getting this stuff done. You know you need to get this stuff done. You can't have doubts when you're creating this content. You can't have doubts before you walk out to go to the gym. You can't, because you're not going to do it. It's not going to get done right. And you're going to have to do it again. You need to get it done. You need to get it done the right way every single day when you show up. And that's just that. Comment below, what are your inputs for 2025? What are your inputs for your best self? What are you going to do that reflect who you want to be by the end of 2025? That's what I want to see in the comments below. So subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right.